MOMOTA KHATUN is still not getting better. She was working inside the Rana Plaza building when it collapsed. Her arms were crushed under piles of debris. 2 years later, she still has to make regular hospital visits.
The rest of the world might be ready to forget about what happened, but you can't forget if you're still suffering. I'm in pain every day. It's not so easy for me to forget.
The Rana Plaza disaster has been slipping from public consciousness here. Few turn up these days at the memorial site. Lack of public pressure means not as much attention is paid anymore to those responsible for the disaster and their lack of punishment so far.
The garment owners knew better, yet the management forced workers to enter the building the day it collapsed. They should be punished. So should officials who allowed the building to flout so many rules that resulted in so many people dying.
But justice has been far from swift. It's taken more than 2 years just to complete the police investigation. Criminal negligence trials involving powerful businessmen can take years in Bangladesh, even in cases where there are large numbers of deaths. For instance, a trial looking into the deaths of almost 300 children who were given fake medicine back in 1991 was only settled last year, 23 years later. The public prosecutor says delay was inevitable.
We are talking about a historic crime of immense proportion. We have had to interview thousands of witnesses. This takes time. So from our point of view, this is not an abnormal delay.
That doesn't go down well with frustrated survivors.
It doesn't look like the government wants to punish these people at all. I want justice. I want those responsible to be hanged. I want them to understand what my suffering is.
While the police investigation has been completed, survivors and labor activists now fear that a trial could take many decades. It's a tough prospect for survivors such as MOMOTA and NILUFAR, who believe their government owes it to them to do better. Maher, Sattar, Al Jazeera, Dhaka.